Hi beauty fam, welcome back to MikiCarrBeauty. I'm Miki Carrico, and on my channel I love to talk about luxury skincare, beauty, and sometimes luxury goods. And today I'm doing a very quick, I'm hopefully doing a quick Sephora Vib recommendation video of things I've tried and that I can recommend to you. Either I tried them this year or they're kind of like my ride or die. Definitely, like if I lost them tomorrow, I would definitely replace them through this Sephora VIB sale. So if you're interested in that content, then keep watching. But before we continue, remember to subscribe, like, and comment below. It helps out engagement on my channel, along with in the description box my closest foundation shades. Also in the description box will be links to the products I talk about. There are affiliate codes. If you use them, I really greatly appreciate it. It helps me out with a small commission so I can continue buying and reviewing products for you on the channel. But no worry if you're not, they're just there for your reference as I talk about the different products in this video. So with that out of the way, let's begin. Okay, so you're probably all inundated already with so many Sephora recommendation videos. What I can offer that might be different is that I tend to lean on luxury goods. So I'll be kind of recommending products that I've tried this year, or that if I lost it for some reason, if I ran out or lost this product tomorrow, I would definitely use this sale to replenish that product. I always get this Skin Fix product. It's my holy grail of lotions for my face. So I have rosacea and I've had reoccurring eczema, but I haven't had it for years. But I definitely have rosacea on my cheeks. And the thing that helped turn around my rosacea along with diet is using a lotion that has peptides. Yes, I'm definitely going to pick up one of the Skin Fix of this Healthy Skin and Healthy Planet set. So you basically get two full sizes. You get the plastic container, and then you get the refill, and then you get this cleanser, which I haven't tried, so I'm curious to try this. But so the next product I'm definitely going to pick up, because I actually ran out of it, is the DANESSA deodorant gel, and I like to get this in eucalyptus. So I'm definitely going to pick up at least two of these. They're not all that expensive, but you know, I came from buying drugstore deodorant, which is like $5, so this can get spendy, but this is probably the best deodorant that I've used, in that it's natural, it smells really good, and I just love it. It does wear down like after a while, but for me, I just get along better with gel deodorants, and I'm just a really big fan of Necessaire. Another Necessaire product that I'm actually going to replace is this body wash, and I'll likely buy at least one, and I love, again, that smell, eucalyptus. And it might not seem like a lot when you get this bottle. It's about 8.4 fluid ounces. But the thing is about this product is that you don't need a lot. You just have to use a little bit and it goes a long way. So I've used probably like a quarter size amount, and I've gotten my entire body with it. And I just love the eucalyptus scent. There's something about eucalyptus being in the shower or bathtub that just feels refreshing, and it's good for your health. So I'm a big fan of this. So if you've been wanting to try a body wash, this is so good. I'm actually not really a big body wash person, but this is like the only body wash that has actually convinced me to buy these. So definitely, if you want to give it a try, for sure. Okay, so the other holy grail product that I'm going to recommend is the Augustinus Bader the Rich Cream. Now, I bought this recently from Nordstrom, so I won't be in the market this time buying it from the sale, but this is such a spendy product that I think getting a discount of this product would be good. So I love to use the combination of the Skin Fix plus this. So I love this even more than the Skin Fix, but this is just an exorbitantly expensive lotion that I only use this like once every 2 or 3 days, and I supplement the rest of the days with the Skin Fix. This is an amazing product. Augustinus Bader, I believe, is a German company, and he's a scientist who was creating medicine or recovery for burn victims, and he came up with this product for skin rejuvenation, and it's amazing. So the thing is with this, what they say, and I really do believe it, when you use this product, you actually don't need to use your serums, like your hyaluronic acid. It's supposed to be like an all-in-one, hence like the enormously large price, but I am converted. I have not found anything as good as this. And I think I've tried almost, at least in Nordstrom, like every high-end lotion or face cream that they have that has not, you know, I can't have scent on my face because of my rosacea and sensitivity. So this doesn't have a scent, and this is just, ooh, this is a good one if you can afford it. So we're gonna move on to makeup. Okay, so I love the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. This is probably one of my favorite kind of silky mattifying primers that I have, and I just got this on sale the last time. This will last you a full year, and my makeup just goes on so beautifully when I use it. I actually use this today. And then when I feel like I have a lot of pores, I'm kind of extra, and then I'll go into this Tatcha the Silk Canvas, which is supposed to be like a putty version, a creamier, like balmy version of this liquid one. I do prefer the liquid one on a daily basis just because it's easier. But on days where I feel like I want to have really a blurred effect, I'll be extra, use this, and then use this balm, and then put that over my pores. And I get my pores mostly here and here. So I just love these products, and if I ran out of this today, I would definitely get these tomorrow. I am such a huge fan of the DANESSA MYRICKS Blurring Balm Powder. And some of you know that I became a DANESSA MYRICKS Beauty Angel this year, which was like a huge thing for me. And I am such a believer of this product. I have really oily skin, and this has been a game changer for me. I have it in shades 4 and 5, and let me show you the colors. So this is 4 and this is 5. And I'm actually in between right now of colors. So as I get paler, I'll get more kind of neutral and paler, and it'll be really great in the center of my face. And this number 5 is great when I have a tan, and I'm still pretty warm, so I can get away with this. So as I get paler, I'll move this out and then keep panning that one. I love combining these two. The best way I use it is I don't use that spatula. That's just too much for me. But this is great if you're a makeup artist, because you can use that. You can use that for hygienic purposes. I just take a brush and use my foundation brush and pat it in, and then put that all over. And there are days where I just use that as my light foundation, like balm foundation. I've also used this as the base or primer when I have lighter foundations or serum tints, and my skin just looks so beautiful. So, and it does oil control. It's the upsolate in here that's just magical. So it says something when I've gotten 2 colors of it, and then I've definitely panned shade 4. So I'd highly recommend it. If you have, I think this is best for if you have oily skin. Even if you have texture, this has been like a hero product for me. So I love this, highly recommend it. And I did not get these in PR. From DANESSA MYRICKS, I bought those both with my own money. So it shows you how much I love it. Okay, let's move on to a tool. And it's just random because I just happen to have it out. I love this Pat McGrath concealer brush. And I recently got the BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy, here it is. So the Angie Hot and Flashy concealer brush. What is this? A506. And I see a lot of influencers use this. I have to say that I still love this more, this one from Pat McGrath. It's not a long brush, but you get really, because it's shorter, it's more targeted. What I like about this more is that it's actually denser. So I feel like it doesn't pick up as much product. And that's kind of true with brushes. Even if it's synthetic, the more densely packed it is, the less it usually will apply, less it'll prick up the product, but it'll apply the product so well. So it's like small enough that it gets in my crevices. This is a little bit too big for me. Like, I have a big face, but I like a little bit more targeted application. And something I noticed that's different than the Angie Hot and Flashy is that the way they made this, and I'm just really picky, just so you know, just a caveat, this might not be something you experience, but there is definitely some unevenness on how this brush is put together, so that when I'm patting it, I can actually feel some of the bristles kind of prickling my face. And it has to do with the production of this, that these, the fake bristles, or whatever they're made of, they're not put in uniformly so that they're sticking out. So even when I'm pressing now, I can feel some of it sticking out, versus this, none of it sticking out. So in a way, even though this is more densely packed, it's actually softer on my eyes than this one. They're both great, but I actually prefer this concealer brush more. And if I lost this tomorrow, I would definitely pick this up because this is probably one of my favorite under eye concealer brushes, the Pat McGrath one. I would definitely recommend the lip oils. I've talked about these Merit lip oils before. I think I've had like 3 of these, and these are so wonderful. This is probably my favorite lip oil from Sephora, and Merit has just like beautiful colors that just like suit a lot of different skin tones. My favorite is Pink Beet or Marrakesh. Those are my favorites. So this is the one I have right here, and then this is Taupe. These are my favorite lip oils at Sephora. Lisa, you can't go wrong with a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, and this is probably my most loved and used one. And again, I picked what, if I were to lose it tomorrow, I would definitely replace it. This is my favorite of Charlotte Tilbury. This is the color In Love with Olivia, and it's probably the most used. It's just like the perfect pinky orangey color for me, and I've used this so much. I just love it. It's like my holy grail. Again, if I lose it tomorrow, I'm picking that up. I also love the Gucci mascara. I've bought this Gucci mascara. This is probably my ever since this came out, this is probably my 4th or 5th mascara from Gucci. I just love the packaging, but moreover, it's not just about the packaging. The formula and the wand itself, it's, for me, I have really short kind of Asian lashes that don't go anywhere. They just grow down. I have to curl my lashes, and mascara has to not get too wet that it collapses the curl. So this is great at lengthening, not volumizing, but lengthening and separating. So that's my favorite. One of my favorite mascaras is Gucci, and I would buy that if that disappeared tomorrow. Okay, so I've been using this Fenty Easy Drop Blur Smooth Tint Stick. It's basically a serum stick. Serum in a stick form. I've never got is it the Easy Drop? I just wasn't, for some reason I wasn't really intrigued by that product, but for some reason I really wanted to try this stick, and I think it's because it's in a stick, it seems easier than liquid. So I use this in shade 13, and this is what I have on this side of the face. So on this side of the face, I put the Fenty Beauty Easy Drop Blurs and Blurring and Smoothing tint stick on this side, and on this side I put the DANESSA MYRICKS Yummy Skin Serum Skin Tint in the shade 8. And I have to say, it just goes again, I got this gifted because I'm a DANESSA MYRICKS beauty angel, but I love this product. I think the combination, like I was saying before, I often, if I'm super in a hurry, I'll just use the blurring balm powder and I'll use that as like a super light foundation, but I often use that as the base primer for lighter skin tints or foundation. So I did that today. I've tried almost I've tried like the holy grail, what do people call it, the Tom Ford foundation stick. I hate that product because my face is so oily. It's terrible on my skin. But there's something about this serum foundation or the serum stick that's like light enough that it just works. And the way I like to use this is a brush, or sometimes I just go in with my finger and just like work the product into my skin, and it really does blend. I would say this Fenty Beauty edges out in terms of finish. It edges out the Yummy Skin just by a little bit, just because my preference, it doesn't tend to be dewy because I have oily skin. It's just by the finish that I like the Fenty Beauty longer. But I do find that this does not last as long on my skin than this, just because it's such a light serum stick. This lasts longer. But I mean, I've had this makeup probably like a good 7-8 hours, and it's still going, and the coverage is pretty good. So I would say if you're looking for like skin tints, definitely try this Yummy Skin. Again, I'm shade 8, or the Fenty Beauty. All these makeups honestly just have such long names, I can never keep track. The Easy Drop Blur and Smooth Tint Stick, shade 13. So those are the colors that work best for me. Highly recommend those two. This, I want to recommend this Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Contour Duo. I got this, I want to say earlier this year, Intensity 2. What I'm noticing in some of these cream bronzers is that over time, the consistency is changing because it's a cream product. So for example, I'm going to pull this out, and I'm obviously not recommending this, as I noticed that the Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer is getting drier, and that's just because it's a cream bronzer, which is unfortunate because it's such a beautiful cream bronzer, but it's getting dry. And I don't know if that's anything that can be helped. There must be so much like silicone in this product that it's still emollient from the day I got it. So I can see why this is a holy grail product for so many makeup lovers and artists, and that it doesn't, like, I've had this probably almost a good 6 to 8 months and it hasn't changed consistency. So I highly recommend this. This is a spendy product, but for the price, the two that I bought for Charlotte Tilbury, I could have just gotten one of these. And what I like about this shade, it's a little bit deep for me. I could have gotten lighter, but I do like that I can build it up, and it just works really well for me as I deepen in the summer. So I love this, and I really do actually like this as a highlighter. For me, it works. It's like a kind of like a healthy skin balm. I love it. So I highly recommend Intensity 2. And then if you want me to do a ranking of my cream bronzers slash contours, let me know. I'm also going to recommend the Westman Atelier contour stick, and I have it in the shade Truffle. I love this. And what's different about these two is the shades. So this is the shade for Truffle, definitely more brown and definitely super emollient. And then this Intensity 2 is definitely deeper, you can see. So this has a little bit more orange, a little bit more neutral. This is a little bit warmer because it's deeper. Actually maybe more red. What I like about this is the depth of this. Again, I can build it up. I notice on my face, again, it's a cream product, so it can kind of wash away after a while. This Tom Ford one lasts longer. I like how this goes on better because it's just so emollient. It just blends into the skin. However, this disappears on me after a while. So in terms of longevity of formula, Tom Ford's better, but in terms of application of like looking so beautiful and seamless when it goes on, that this Westman Atelier is beautiful. It just doesn't last as long. It just, for me, I've noticed because I have oily skin. So I love both products. I'm actually not a big Westman Atelier fan. This is like the only product I have tried of hers that I like. The rest of the stuff I don't. So it's just interesting. So these are the two cream bronzers I recommend. The Gucci Cheeks and Eye Powder Luminous Matte. So funny. And I haven't done this. These are, you can use these for your eyes, but I only use them for my cheek. And I have the color Bright Coral, Warm Berry, and Rosy Beige. If I were to recommend one color, it's going to be Rosy Beige because it's my favorite out of this entire collection. And I forgot to say that I actually used Truffle on this side, and then I used the Tom Ford on this side. That's why it almost looks a little darker. Can you see? Like, it's a very subtle bronzer here, and then this is definitely look a little bit more snatched. So if you don't like it this deep, I would say stick to this, like a more natural. But there are days where I really want to look like this is really nice, and I just love this formula for the longevity. Blush I'm going to recommend are these Yummy Skin DANESSA MYRICKS blushes. These are matte cream blushes that have oxalate in them. And again, I did buy one of these with my own money, the color Jubilee. This is the first one that I got. It's kind of like this muted orange, like a terracotta. And I was gifted these two colors, Rose and Brunch and Bellini. And today I did a combination of this color, Rose and Brunch, and then I finished with Rosy Beige on top, and you can see the blush is definitely still going. Okay, so we're down to the palettes, and I actually only have 3 that I'm going to recommend for this Sephora sale. So earlier this year, the Natasha Denona Yucca palette came out, and I know this is not going to be for everybody, but I love this color story. I think it's so unique. I don't think I've seen anything like this in the market, at least that I haven't seen. Maybe the independent market has it, but I love this Natasha Denona palette. I've gone in hard with it. My favorite color actually is this one, Elysian, and then what is this called? Mukia. These two are the ones I like the most. I've gotten some like really beautiful grungy looks out of this. I love it. I would recommend the Yucca palette, and I've been using this one almost like every other day. I've had to like hide it for myself to get some fair play with my other palettes. So the I Need a Nude palette, if you are a nude like basic eyeshadow wearer and you need something like this, I would for sure say get this one. The thing about this is that the complaints I've heard is that it's not enough depth. And I've heard that as a complaint with some of Natasha Denona palettes, especially when they get lighter. Like this one clearly has enough depth, at least for me at least. I think if I didn't see any reviews for deeper skin beauties for this, but I think if you're probably cooler than me, this could kind of be not have enough depth for you. So I mean, for me, I know what I'm getting myself into. I use this for like everyday wearable looks. I'm not looking for a huge impact. For me, this reminds me a little bit of the Byredo Remembrance palette, which is a different formula altogether. The Byredo palette reminds me of like washes of color, like a Rothko painting. But for me, these are just like more of a classic, like more makeup artist, just a different vibe when I use this. Like the Byredo one looks different on me, and there is a little bit of fallout with the Byredo. With this, there might be a little bit of fallout from the shimmer shades, but I just love this palette. Like I've used this so many times, and I think it's just like a basic palette. I would say between this and the Glam palette, it's kind of competing for my #1 spot of my favorite Natasha Denona. And then the last palette I'm going to recommend, of course, is the DANESSA MYRICKS Lightwork 5 palette. I was gifted this, just so for full disclosure, but I actually didn't know if I was going to get this as a gift from DANESSA MYRICKS. So like back here, I have like a whole pile of things I need to unbox. I actually, on launch day from her website, I actually bought the Lightwork palette. So I am such a huge fan of the Lightwork release. I loved the one from 2 years ago. Last year's I wasn't a huge fan of. I just wasn't like really into that formula and the colors, but this is so beautiful. I've used this like probably 4 times already just as a fun palette, but also I've used this for everyday wearable looks, and that I might have a little bit more of a basic, actually like I've used this basic palette, and then I'll use a pop of a color of one of these shades as like a surprise like pop of color. So I think it's really versatile. It's fun. It kind of pushes like your creative edge of like doing your makeup. So highly recommend this Lightwork palette, the I Am palette. And the way you're supposed to work it is that there's a mirror on top. It says I am, and as this is DANESSA is talking, she says as you're using the palette, she would love for you to, as you're putting each of the eyeshadows on, to look in the mirror and say, I am resilient, I am radiant. And there was something beautiful about doing that. She's just a ray of light. Highly recommend the Lightwork palette. And just look at this packaging. I love it. I love it. And I'm just like, every time I get this Lightwork palette, it's just a fun editorial palette. At least for me, I don't do really editorial looks. And for me, when I got that first editorial, when I first got that Lightwork palette from DANESSA MYRICKS, it really pushed me to my creative edge on doing my makeup. And from then, like, my makeup has been a little bit different and a little bit more exciting, at least exciting for me. And for me, makeup is about like creativity and then pushing my edge. And I just love this packaging. Obviously, I have my favorite colors are blue, greens, and purples, and she's hitting all the marks. Okay, that's it, beauty fam. I'm done. My voice is starting to like go. I hope that was helpful and that you had fun. I actually did not buy too much on the first day. I ended up just buying that Skin Fix and Pharmacy, the cleansing face, what's it, cleansing oil. And then in my cart, I can tell you what's dancing in and out of it is the DANESSA MYRICKS Groundwork palette has been in and out of my cart. What else is dancing in and out of my cart? Oh, the concealer, the House Labs concealer. I've heard that's really good. I really want to try that. And then I will likely pick up 1 or 2 more deodorants and one more Skin Fix. And I think that's it. Like previous years, I've bought a lot of makeup, but I've noticed as I was like reorganizing my makeup space that like I really do have too much makeup. So if anything, I'm gonna buy more skincare because that replenishment goes around quicker. But I am trying to enjoy what I have. Stay tuned, probably the end of the year or the beginning of next year, I am going to do a decluttering video because it's time that I had like a hard discussion with myself on what is expired and what have I not used. And I just really need to be honest with myself of what I just it needs to go, because literally it's expired and it's kind of gross that it's been like sitting around. But moreover, I just want to probably really curate my collection so that I really end up using the makeup that I have. So I'm hoping that happens either at the end of the year or just the beginning of the year, depending if I have time. I hope that was helpful, beauty fam. Let me know what you picked up from the sale. I'm looking forward to seeing your unboxing videos. If there's something that you're kind of on the fence about, let me know. If there is a product that I didn't recommend, like a category of makeup that I didn't recommend, let me know. I can kind of steer you in the right direction, or I can let you know at least what is my favorite of that kind of category. And let me know what you got. Let me know what you're thinking about getting, and then what is it that you really, really want to get but you know you don't need. And that was that Guerlain like holiday collection. Like, I really, really like it because it's so pretty, but I really, really don't need another palette. So I hope that was fun for you, beauty fam. And then remember to subscribe, like, comment below, helps out engagement on my channel. And then as always, please be very kind with yourself and others, and just be you, beauty fam. Take good care until the next video. Bye.